A high school history teacher once called me cocky. I was a good student. I got A's. I took part in extracurricular activities. But I also came from a different reality and understood the world differently. Traditional stories of Canadian identity or the American dream didn't describe me, and I wanted to know more. Why did my story sit on the margins? And where were the stories of the other others like me? I was daring to think out loud, but my teacher just said I was cocky. As years went by, I found that many people didn't get where my passion came from. Through it all, I held firmly onto myself and kept looking for a place to be me. I discovered community health centers. I learned about their model of care, volunteered as a community health ambassador, attended conferences and organized events that focused on breaking down barriers to health. I started to feel like CHCs were where I wanted to be. One summer, I started working at a community health center in a different part of the city. Clients came in expecting to speak Russian, and then they would see me, a black woman. They were ready to turn away, but I surprised them by speaking Russian too. Sure, they were befuddled at first, but soon after they appreciated that I could help them. I exhaled. I didn't just think I belonged in CHCs. I knew it then, and I knew I could help others belong too. Later, I was recruited to work at a new CHC in small-town Ontario, in part because of my loud passion for equity and voice. This was to be a bilingual CHC, but very few staff spoke English and French. I questioned what would happen when these staff weren't available. People don't choose when they get sick or need care. And what about people who didn't speak either language? Some staff hadn't thought of these possible issues. Some thought mostly of why we couldn't do anything about this and hoped I would let it go. I didn't. I found an organization that provided language interpretation via webcam, got it approved, and trained some staff on how to use it. I clearly remember the time I got a call asking if we could help a family that didn't speak English or French but really needed access to health care. It felt so good to say yes, we could help them. It's a struggle sometimes to be bold and speak up, but the provincial slogan for community health centers is "Everyone Matters," and I take that to heart.